I will be working on Lab 8-1, create a horizontal and vertical analysis using XBRL data. In this lab, first thing I'm going to do is identify questions related to the income statement, match the data, perform an analysis of the finished data, and address and refine my results. So the first thing I want to go ahead and do is I want to log into Google Sheets and create a new blank sheet, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now. Go to Google Sheets. I'm going to log into my UNT. Right back. I'm going to go ahead and create a new blank sheet. I'm going to call it XBRL. Apologize. Common tools, script editor. In that new window, I'm going to go find dynamics. So I'm going to go ahead and type in this script into a new window, and I will next enter. So here I see the script, and I'm going to go ahead and copy it over to my Excel. Right back. So I'm going to hit Control C. I'm going to go ahead and copy this over, Control C. And I'm going to paste it into 1 second. So what we'll go ahead and do is copy that script into my here, exit, delete, Control V. All right, I'm gonna have to copy that over one more time. Bear with me. Control Shift up. Okay. Down. Just gonna go ahead and do all these down. Control C. Okay, here is the code. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Title it XBRL. Rename that here. I'm gonna close my script editor. Close this, and I'm gonna close this. And I'm gonna go ahead and reload and refresh. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and I'm going to type in, I'm gonna test my connection with the following formula. I'm gonna do XBRL. I'm gonna type this in, and if my connection is good, it should have this number value come out. 1 second. I put in my formula and it says if it returns this value, that my XBRL analyst is working. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this formula and do the next step. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna perform an analysis on this data. So in my Google Sheet, I'm gonna begin and enter the values for the tags. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, for example, company here, and then AAPL for Apple. And when I finish, I'll be right back to show you my data. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty up my data because I want it to be nicely aligned. Do that, perfect. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is in this step, I wanna set up my financial statement using the following tags and periods. What I'm gonna first do here is I'm gonna start in this, well, I'm gonna do 2016, and then I'll do 2016 equals 2016 minus, and then I want to do equals 2015 minus 1. And I'm going to go ahead and put everything here, and I'll be right back when I finish that. So I'll go ahead and enter the XBRL effect formula. In the cell, I want to pull the correct values that are relative to the absolute references. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this, and when I finish, I will be right back. Show you my results. Now I have everything typed in, and what you're looking at right now is B1 is the company, A7 is the revenue, B6 is the year, B3 is the period, and B4 is the scale, so we can make sure it's in billions. I'll go ahead and enter. Oh, there's an error, so I'm gonna go see what could be wrong. It may be the parentheses. Be right back. So I went ahead and fixed that. I'm gonna press enter. Loading. I'm gonna go ahead and double click here. All right, one second. Let me not double click and drag down instead. Okay, let me see what I did wrong. So I went ahead and corrected my data. I had the dollar signs off a little bit, so I'll go ahead and drag it down. I'm having a few errors. I must have put in this wrong. Using this is very particular, so it's easy to run into problems. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fix the titles to make sure that data is in there. So for these, I had to change the spacing between amortization. And for this one, I just had earnings, so I changed to earnings. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag this formula down and across to my other years. I'm actually just gonna copy and paste it the old classic way. That is what's easiest for me. And here we go, and here's all the data. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is I want to begin editing my dynamic data and explaining my analysis and identifying trends and ratios. So in cell E7, I'm gonna go ahead and equal sparkline. Sparkline. And I'm just gonna take data from B7, B7 to D7. One second. So going back, I actually need to put in B7 to D7. I'm just gonna go ahead and you can see how each one looks a bit different. I'm going to copy these into these, and I want to type in F7 equals B7 divided by B $7 equals suggested autofill, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to drag it over. And you can see all the data is different for this. And I'm going to format the numbers as a percentage. So this, format, number, percentage. So you can see a little bit more clearly. And I'm going to add a sparkline and column I equals sparkline. Sparkline here. This row, sorry about that. I'm just going to autofill that. So you have a spark line for this and this right here. So this is a good size income statement, and this gives me kind of a visual, and it's very useful for future career in the audit field. So this is a vertical analysis, and it's the horizontal one. And that's the end of lab 8-1, create a horizontal and vertical analysis using XBRL data. Thank you.